Well, yesterday's big news from Washington was all about Senator Jeff Flake saying he won't seek re-election next year. But there was also a very close vote in the Senate.
As Team 12's Matt Morrow explains, it's on a bill that could affect almost all Americans when it comes to suing banks and other financial institutions.
And the joint resolution is passed.
With that tie-breaking vote in the Senate Tuesday night, Vice President Mike Pence and half of the U.S. Senate just helped make it harder for Americans to fight back against financial institutions that could be taking advantage of them. The vote overturned an Obama-era rule that was set to take effect in March that would have made it easier for consumers to band together and file class-action lawsuits against banks, credit card companies, mortgage lenders, and other financial institutions. This could affect you in a number of ways, including data breaches. Take the Equifax hack that affected 143 million Americans.
I deeply regret this incident.
That's Equifax's CEO apologizing for the theft. He said that as the company added fine print to its website that said consumers checking to see if their personal information was compromised would not be able to join a class action lawsuit and instead take on Equifax in arbitration, a process that usually goes in favor of big companies, not little consumers. At the time, Valley attorney Bob Sewell characterized it like this.
It seems a little sleazy, it seems a little underhanded.
Equifax voluntarily ended up taking the arbitration clause out of the fine print, but this rule would have forced Equifax to do it, like it or not. The rule would have also allowed class action lawsuits against big banks accused of deceptive practices, such as Wells Fargo. Again, now those fights will most likely happen in private arbitration. As for U.S. financial institutions, they say the rule would have cost them billions, invited frivolous lawsuits, and ultimately cost consumers more. Those same banks earned $171 billion in profit last year. Matt Morrow, 12 News.
Earlier this year, the House passed the bill, and now the president is expected to sign it into law.